The U.S. President Donald Trump says he has agreed to a meeting of various parties about his attempt to take over Greenland in Davos. Trump also questioned Denmark's right to Greenland and reiterated his claim about Russian threat on the island. Trump emphasized that he would talk about acquiring Greenland at this week's World Economic Forum in Davos, adding that he is not expecting much pushback from Europe.
I don't think they're going to push back too much. Look, we have to have it. They have to have this done. They can protect it. Denmark, they're wonderful people. And I know the leaders are very good people, but they don't even go there. And, you know, because the boat went there 500 years ago and then left, that doesn't give you title to property. So we'll be talking about it with the various people. We've had tremendous success, and I've done more for NATO than anybody else. I don't think you'd have NATO right now. I got them to go 5% and pay as opposed to 2% and not pay. I've done more than any other American president for NATO by far. And we'll see how that goes. But Greenland is very important.
Trump then posted an AI-generated image on his Truth Social. The picture shows Trump planting a U.S. flag on a snow-covered land. The message says Greenland, U.S. territory since 2026. Now, Trump has recently told Norway's prime minister that he no longer has an obligation to pursue peace, as he was ignored for the Nobel Peace Prize. When asked about it, Trump said he does not care about the prize, but about saving lives.
No, I don't care about the Nobel Prize. First of all, a very fine woman felt that I deserved it and really wanted me to have the Nobel Prize, and I appreciate that. If anybody thinks that Norway doesn't control the Nobel Prize, they're just kidding. They have a board, but it's controlled by Norway, and I don't care what Norway says.
The U.S. president has also threatened hefty new tariffs on 8 European nations who oppose his plan to buy Greenland. Reports say that European Union is planning countermeasures, including a massive package of retaliatory tariffs. But U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent warned European nations against retaliatory tariffs over President Donald Trump's threatened levies, saying any such countermeasure would be unwise. Denmark has warned that U.S. will not achieve Greenland aims by putting pressure on Europe. Asked whether Trump could invade Greenland, the Danish foreign minister said, "You can't leave anything out until the president himself has decided to leave anything out."
I also made it very clear that we are open for this kind of discussion. We are pragmatic, cold-blooded Scandinavian people with a warm heart. But it is not easy when we wake up every morning to new threats. Please convey that message to the president.
More Danish combat troops have arrived in Greenland for winter training. Soldiers landed at an airport in western Greenland. Danish government says the training part of an expanded exercise activity being carried out in close cooperation with NATO allies. Meanwhile, the U.S. military is preparing to deploy aircraft to a key military base in Greenland. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, has said that the aircraft will soon arrive at the Pituffik Space Base. The deployment would support long-planned regional defense operations. It said that the activities had been coordinated with Denmark and that Greenland had been informed.